guys, it's Stock Curry, and in today's video I've got a market update for you where I see the markets going for this week, as well as where I see the markets going for the rest of this year. I've also got some great stock picks for you, some really undervalued stocks, so let's get into it! Okay, so first of all, for this coming week, it is a holiday week here in the United States. The markets are going to be closed on Thursday, and then Friday is a shortened trading day. The markets are going to close at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. So I just want to give you that heads up. Now, typically what happens during Thanksgiving week is that the volume is significantly lower because a lot of people take the week off. And especially on Friday, the volume's almost nothing. I mean, Friday should be completely and totally flat. I don't expect much movement at all on Friday. Now, for Monday through Wednesday, the markets will generally go up a little bit. They're still going to be fairly flat due to low volume, but they will also rise a little bit, historically speaking now. So again, like I said last week, this is not a good week to buy options because you're probably going to lose money to both implied volatility as well as the time, which is theta. However, on Friday, it will be a good day to buy options for the next week. So this week, I expect it to be fairly flat, a little bit up. In fact, the futures right now are up a little bit, so it looks like that is going to happen. There is a little bit of economic news coming out this week, but nothing major. The one big catalyst that we do have this week is that the President Biden is expected to announce who is going to be the Fed chair for the next couple of years. And if it's Jerome Powell, we can expect the markets to stay, pretty flat, maybe up a little bit, just due to that uncertainty being gone. There also is another person that is a possibility, and if she gets placed in, then that could be even better for the stock markets because she is expected to delay raising interest rates in order to help continue to boost the economy and jobs and things like that. And so there's basically the news will either be good with a little bit of up if Jerome Powell stays because uncertainty is gone, or news should be great with her expected to delay interest rates. However, there is a chance that if this other lady gets selected, that the markets could go down a little bit just due to some uncertainty and not really knowing what she's doing. So basically increased volatility, but I still think we'll be generally up this week until Friday, and then it should be just completely flat. Okay, going into next month, we have some really interesting things coming up. So first of all, John Malone said there is a misguided land rush in stocks right now that's akin to the late 90s bubble. I've been saying that the stock market is looking very similar to the 1999 dot-com bubble, and here's another guy coming out saying the exact same thing. That's a huge red warning flag for 2022. Now, in addition to that, Jeremy Siegel warned that the market is one more bad inflation report away from a correction. So again, another guy coming out saying that we could very easily have a correction. And I'm going to tell you, I think this correction could happen in December. I think the Santa rally, where normally the stocks rise in anticipation of a good holiday, could actually not happen this year. And it has a lot to do with what's going on in the Senate and Congress right now. Earlier this month, Politico said the state's year-end to-do list is going to be a train wreck. The reason for that is the Senate has a lot of very important bills they have to get passed by the end of this year. A lot of those have to go through the reconciliation process because Republicans are not helping Democrats out at all. And two really important bills. One is the budget. The budget has to get approved by the end of December. In other words, the budget has to get approved by December 3rd. So we have 2 weeks left for the budget to get approved. And if it doesn't, the United States government could shut down. The other ones, we have about a December 15th deadline where we got about 3-4 weeks left before the United States is going to run out of money and won't be able to pay their bills. And so the Senate and the House have to agree to either increase the amount of money the United States is allowed to borrow or just do away with the debt limit altogether. However, that has to get done in the next 3 weeks also. And right now, the Senate has not been focusing on these things. More recently, Politico said that Congress hits a standstill as the December shutdown and the debt cliff near. Senator John Tester said there should be a motto around here. Why do today what we can do tomorrow? And what are we talking about? Well, today they have to get this bill done in order for the government not to shut down, in order for the United States government to be able to pay their bills. And what have they been doing? Well, they've been focusing on this climate bill and this social safety net bill, so-called, a $2 trillion spending bill. The United States is almost out of money. The United States doesn't have a budget for next year, and the congressmen have been focusing on spending more money. It makes no sense. So here we are with 2 weeks left before the government shuts down, and literally Democrats have spent the entire last month focusing on how to spend more money. I mean, it is madness. Of course, we saw the exact same thing happen with Republicans a few years ago when Trump was in office and the government shut down and the stock market went through a pretty big correction. Now we're seeing the exact same thing with the Democrats, where they are focusing on everything other than the spending bill and the debt limit bill, what's called an appropriations bill. And now we're facing another government shutdown, and we're facing a possible downgrade by the S&P if we don't get this resolved soon. It is just madness. Politicians refuse to work on the things that they need to get done. They just want to kick the can down the road and do everything last minute. And it is going to backfire. Seriously, it's going to be bad. And so that's why I think we could get a correction in December instead of our normal Santa rally. Because as these deadlines come, and there is no possible way that Democrats can get this stuff done in 2 weeks, the only way we are going to be saved is if Republicans come out and they say, you know what, we said we weren't going to help you, we said we weren't going to do anything, but we are going to go ahead and help you in order to save the economy. It's literally the only way that things are going to get turned around here. Otherwise, we could see a correction going into December, and then longer term into 2022, we could see a full-on bear market, as many people are predicting. All right, that does it for the market update. I want to thank everybody that was on the live stream Friday who gave me some incredible advice for the channel. I had a lot of input from you guys, things that you guys like, things that you guys don't like, things that you want changed, some new features you guys want, and it was just wonderful. I have considered all of that. I am looking into trying to get as much of that as possible added into the channel for 2022. Man, we are almost at 50,000 subscribers, and I'm telling you, 2022 is going to be even better. We're going to hit 100,000 subscribers. I just know it. And if you want to know why so many people are subscribing, just stick around. You're about to find out. Now, for those of you guys who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks on YouTube. Every day, I spend hours and hours and hours watching YouTube videos, and then I consolidate all of the stock picks from the top YouTubers, and I put them together into a single video. I give you both the cliff notes on their stock picks, as well as my analysis on their stock picks. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into today's stock and crypto picks, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any asset. If you're wondering what you're looking at right now, this is the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up for Webull using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull is going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. All right, let's get into today's stock and crypto picks. And first up is CRO. This is the Crypto.com coin. Kenny Grace pointed out how CRO is up massively over the past 24 hours, reaching a peak of 40% gain in one day. Now, part of the reason why CRO is running up is because Crypto.com added bonuses for using their app, and those bonuses are paid out in CRO. If you want to get $25 in free CRO and then get more by completing missions on the Crypto.com app, I have a link for that free CRO on my promotions page. And next up is MANA. This is Decentraland. Stockmo talked about the future of the metaverse and then gave a hyped up speech about the potential for MANA to dominate the metaverse. One thing Stockmo did say that was accurate is that the metaverse is very early stage and nobody knows who is going to dominate. But if you get lucky and pick the right companies, you could turn $10,000 into $1 million over the next 10 to 15 years. The problem is most of the companies who try to jump in now are going to fail, and most of the possible investments out there, including both stocks and crypto, will end up being losers. That said, if MANA is one of the winners, then there is a chance that you could turn $10,000 into $1 million. Just keep in mind that this is a gamble. It's like going to a casino, playing roulette, and putting $10,000 on a single number. Only instead of there being 37 numbers on a roulette wheel, there are 13,000 cryptocurrencies to choose from. Even Stockmo says he expects 90% of the cryptos on the market right now to disappear eventually. And next up is SHIB. This is Shiba Inu. Keen and Grace debunked the theory that SHIB has no real-world value. Keen and Grace pointed out how you'll be able to pay for AMC movie tickets and concessions soon using SHIB. Also, a car dealership just announced that they will be accepting SHIB soon also. In addition to the increased utility, more platforms are carrying SHIB, with Binance now jumping on board. And further, Larry Jones said he thinks SHIB will hit 1 million wallet holders on Monday. Now technically, SHIB continues to be a falling knife, with interest in SHIB dropping. It is holding support at the 50-day EMA for now, but if that support level fails, and I do believe it will, then SHIB will drop down to the 100-day EMA, which is around 4 zeros and a 3. That is where I think SHIB will bottom out before starting to go back up again. Now onto our stock picks, and first up is Corsair Gaming. This is a hardware manufacturer for computer-based gaming and game streaming. Jeremy with Financial Education said he continues to dollar cost average into CRSR. Technically, CRSR remains a falling knife. Fundamentally, Jeremy admitted that things aren't going great right now, but they are expected to start growing in 2022. That said, the PE ratio is reasonable at 18. Further, CRSR is heavily shorted with 94% utilization. The short interest is at 28%, and CRSR has 7 days to cover. So there is a strong short squeeze potential with CRSR. As Jeremy pointed out, a lot of companies will sell their losses going into the end of the year in order to do tax loss harvesting, and then rebuy the stocks at the beginning of January. So that could be part of what's causing the share price to be down right now, and the buying in January could trigger the short squeeze. Next up is DKNG. This is DraftKings, and they're an online sports betting company. Chris Zane told his viewers to load up on DKNG. DKNG is currently at a long-standing support level. I agree with Chris Zane that this would be a good stock to load up on, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. Personally, I am seriously considering a straight call option on DKNG, although I am concerned about the market normally trades flat for the next week. And if DKNG trades flat for a few weeks, that could kill any potential profits on a call option. So a better play would be a credit put spread. Or if you don't know what a credit put spread is, then just straight up buying the stock would work too. And next up is HNST. This is Honest Company. They're an ethical goods company founded by Jessica Alba. Jeremy with Financial Education said he continues to dollar cost average into HNST. Now technically, HNST has been a falling knife ever since they IPO'd. Fundamentally though, the financials aren't bad. The price to sales ratio is down to 2.5, which would be considered a value play. The only problem is that HNST is losing quite a bit of cash, and they continue to do share offerings. Growth also hasn't been that great and has actually stagnated. So if you believe in HNST long term, the price is actually a good price to buy in at. I just don't personally believe in HNST long term due to their cash burn and their lack of growth. Next up is PYPL. This is PayPal, and Jeremy with Financial Education said that while PYPL is a long shot, he is seriously considering opening a position, especially if it drops any further. Now technically, PYPL remains a falling knife. And while PYPL does have good earnings, the PE ratio is still a little bit high at 42. I would definitely wait for PYPL to bottom out before buying in. Jeremy said PYPL could drop down to $150 in the next month or two, and he is absolutely correct. And next up is RIOT. This is RIOT Blockchain, and they're a Bitcoin miner. ZipTrader let us know that Goldman Sachs listed MARA and RIOT as two stocks that will perform well during a period of high inflation. Their reason is because high growth stocks that are profitable tend to outperform the market during periods of high inflation. Again, if they are profitable. And next up is RIVN. This is Rivian Automotive. They're an EV startup similar to Lucid Motors. Tom Nash let us know that Amazon just came out and said Rivian's vehicles were delivered to Amazon are underperforming on range by 40%. It looks like the range reported by RIVN was with their AC off. But once you turn on the air conditioner, the range drops by 40%. The share price has already been falling due to hype wearing off, and this news could cause the stock price to continue dropping further. Next up is SAM. This is Boston Beer, and they're a brewer of popular brands such as Samuel Adams and Truly. Jeremy with Financial Education likes SAM because the stock has dropped over 50% from its high. Jeremy started a position in SAM, and he plans to continue to dollar cost average in. He understands that the hard seltzer category has slowed, but he likes the long-term outlook for SAM. Jeremy also likes the fact that valuation has come down significantly. Now fundamentally, the PE ratio is still quite high at 91. Technically, SAM remains a falling knife. I would personally stay away from SAM right now until sales turn around. And next up is TDOC. This is TDOC. Jeremy with Financial Education said that while he hates the short-term financials on TDOC, he does like the long-term outlook. Jeremy has been dollar cost averaging into TDOC. Technically, DTOC remains a falling knife, and fundamentally the share price is still expensive in my mind with a price to sales ratio of 9. Growth slowed last quarter, and TDOC has $1.2 billion in debt versus only $823 million in cash. They continue to lose money and will need to do more share offerings in order to survive. So while even I think TDOC could be a good long-term business, I think Jeremy with Financial Education is right that the short-term fundamentals are terrible. I would personally stay away from TDOC until they can turn around their balance sheet. I think by waiting 6 months to a year, you might be able to buy TDOC for as little as $40 a share. Although it's possible TDOC only drops down to around $65 based upon the technicals. The last thing I'll say about TDOC is that ARK Invest continues to dollar cost average in. In fact, they just bought more shares last week. By the way, if you want to see everything ARK Invest is buying and selling, you can sign up for Lucid Tracking. Lucid Tracking is a free service, and I have an invite link for it over on my resources page. And last up is TTCF. This is Tattooed Chef. They are a plant-based foods company. Jeremy with Financial Education said he continues to dollar cost average into TTCF. He likes it a lot better now at lower prices than he did before. TTCF has very strong support at $16. It is quite volatile and makes a great day trade, swing trade, and long-term hold. For all three of those trading strategies, $16 is the ideal buy-in price. Jeremy did say that this is the most speculative stock he owns. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video and got a lot out of it. I want to remind you that in a couple of weeks, ZipTrader is going to be increasing the price on his ZipTrader U course. He has a special right now called Black Friday 100 that gets you $100 off the course. This is the very last sale before ZipTrader increases the price of his course. Now, if you don't know what that is, ZipTrader U is a great course for brand new investors. It shows you how to trade in the stock market, how to read the technicals, how to find stocks, how to know when to buy, how to know when to sell. It's just an incredible course that ZipTrader put together, and I have a link for it over on my promotions page. If you go to my promotions page, just click the link for ZipTrader U, but rather than put Stock Curry 15, put Black Friday 100. That's going to give you an even better discount code than the one that I negotiated. So again, go to the link and click the link and then enter the code Black Friday 100 to get $100 off. It's going to bring the course down to $299. If you're wondering, it's a one-time fee, and it gives you access to the entire course. Plus, it gives you lifetime access to Zip Trader's morning briefings, and a lot of the morning briefings are stock picks that can easily go up 400 or 500% in a single day. He has a whole team of people doing his morning stock picks for day trading. It's absolutely incredible. So I highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's scottcurry.me/promotions. Click the link and then enter Black Friday 100, all one word, instead of StockCurry15. Now, if you're looking for a broker to trade with, then I highly recommend Webull. Webull is a great platform. They got cryptocurrency trading. They've got Shiba. They've got Cardano. They got Bitcoin, Ethereum, you name it. And trades over there are completely and totally free. And they have a wonderful promotion running right now where if you deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Now, that's only if you use my link in the description below. So go use my link in the description below, deposit $100 and get your 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Now, if you're not a U.S. resident, or if you want to trade OTC penny stocks, or if you just don't like payment for order flow, then I recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is a great trading platform. They have highly discounted trading throughout the world. Trades start at just $1 US, $1 Canadian dollar, 4 euros, or 6 Australian dollars, depending upon where you live. And both Webull and Interactive Brokers both give you the full pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, finally, I want to remind you that I do have material connections with both of those. So whenever you sign up for either one, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to continue to produce these great videos for you. Now, finally, I want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.